Streaming.
This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
All right, welcome to the Big House in Lawton High. Let's go quickly down to Jordan Ray, who's got Coach Cheva Smith.
Okay, Coach, give us a brief scouting report of East Central. What do you think of them?
Two very big guys, have a really solid five, positional-wise. Very athletic team just like us. We just got to make sure our depth will take care of us.
Do you expect your normal rotations tonight?
Do I expect my normal rotation? Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the last thing you're going to tell your players before they take the court?
Have fun.
All right, Coach, you have fun too.
That's right. That's what it's all about. Have fun, and why not? It's a scene that has not taken place for Lawton High since 2009. And we are excited to bring it to you as they'll have the announcement of Oklahoma playing that, the great state of Oklahoma. And we'll have what we say is an all-only audio presentation because of the NFHS and their exclusive rights to stream. So we're glad that you could join us, and we'll have the starting lineups here momentarily. The area champion was the Lawton High Wolverines, and they're all white, home whites with red stripes. And then we're going to have East Central Cardinals. They're in red, but they'll be in a darker color. We're excited to bring it to you because we've been busy. We've had 3 boys games throughout this. There's been a lot of action. I want to congratulate Del City in advancing. Unfortunately, the Midwest City boys come up shy. And the last dance of the Big House here with 60 years, over 1,879 games played, 205,000 points, and 434 different winning teams. So we'll give you your starting lineups. It's Greg Nash, Ricky Bruner, David Douglas, Dre Rhodes, and Demario Adams. That is all for your East Central Cardinals. Coming in with a record of 21-6 under the direction of head coach Michael Parrish. And for those who are very familiar with the Oklahoma Sports Network and the Lawton High Wolverines, first time since 2009, Corey Barnes wearing number 0 and the little safety protected mask. And then we got Tavarius Deans, the senior at 1,200 career points. Panay Vasangote, 1,000 career points. Marcus Rucker and Nakel Adams. Those are your starting lineups between these two. We're getting ready to tip this one off with 8 on the board. Jordan Ray will join me now. Great opportunity here, so I'll get this one
in their win against Carl Albert. They only won by 4. And you know he's capable of so much more. And he had a good driving lane there on the fast break opportunity, and he just slipped in the last moment as he was changing directions.
So a little fast pace is what Coach said. They're both fast up and down the floor. Little slide step inside the paint turn, no good. Rebounded by Panay Vasagote. Still 0-0 up and down the floor for both teams, and they've come up empty. Panay, little try to dish out to the side corner. Over to Deans. Deans trips, falls, loses the ball. Loose ball picked up by the Wolverines, though. An opportunity for Panay Vasagote. Look for the three, then strong. Since slam dunk right straight. And Vasagote shows what he's capable of doing.
He saw the baseline open as if it was a parting of the Red Sea.
3 ball coming up on the other end, no good. So Lawton High starts off with the opening 2 and the slam dunk by Panay Vasagote. Nikhil Adams against 2 defenders. Back over to Rucker. Rucker will drive. Takes that, and it's going to be a charge. So they plan it just in right time, and Rucker gets called with the foul, and that's going to be their first.
Yeah, that's a good call. Set for East Central. Didn't get a good look at him as Deonnie Smith, who had good position there.
So Bruner, the third, guarded against Barnes, crosses the timeline, dribbles behind his back. Looks to drive, goes left. Loose ball picked up, stolen by Deans. 2-on-2, fast break opportunity. Deans slides between the 2 fenders, gets his own rebound, put back up, rejected. It's on the floor, loose, and now stolen by East Central. Opportunity coming up off the glass, way too high, but the slam dunk follow is good for the Deuce to tie it up.
That may have been a pass on purpose to Demario Adams, who's listed at 6'10". And, man, he can flush it down.
He's a tall frame. He also got the rejection down here over Deans down below. That's going in the forest of trees. Rucker, kind of a spin out, over to Panay Vasagote. And then he's rejected, just like we said, and he kind of stares him down a little bit, but, hey, he is a tall frame.
Vasagote was expecting Adams to give him some room to shoot.
Yeah.
But Adams closed on that in a hurry.
So all tied up at 2 and 5-12. Look at that. Just like we said, the last game had a lot of low scoring in the first quarter. Back up to Rucker. And there's going to be a
3 seconds.
3 seconds. Wow. In the lane too long by Nikhil Adams.
No foul, on a foul.
They're going to say a foul, a push away from the ball.
I didn't see much there.
So East Central will bring it in with Douglas.
Early going, the number one thing for Lawton High, Tavares Deans has to settle down. He's really
he's
playing frantically.
A little amped.
Yeah.
First time here since 2009 for the Lawton High Wolverines, so a little fadeaway for a 3, no good. Barnes with the rebound. Quickly down the floor. Now Dean's on the other side. He'll look back to coach for a play call. Rucker will bring it up top of the key. He'll drive right, back over. 3 ball on the way, no good. So comes up empty as we have
what a
opportunity with a block. And Panay Vasagote showing what he can do with a block. 3 ball on the other way, no good. Rebounded as Burrell comes in. There's one substitution off the bench from way downtown. Tries to hit the 3 with a Trey Cut-It 3 ball and does not. Comes up empty.
He might be a little too amped as well.
There's a 3 coming back the other way. Just hits the backboard. Burrell going to take it coast to coast, then stops, pulls back out. Panay, and he'll look back to coach for a new play call. Still tied up at 2, and we're halfway through quarter 1. Been a defensive battle for both of these teams. A bucket's not going in. Panay faked the 3 inside the lane. Gets that stolen from behind, picked out, and into the hands of East Central. Coming back down the other way. Opportunity. Exchange up off the glass for 2 is good. And the Nash, the third, takes the East Central lead by a bucket, 4-2.
Yeah, Adams had a good poke away there. He's actually given Vasagote a good battle on the perimeter, even though he's 6'10", so you don't expect it.
Rucker, he'll dribble between his legs back over to Deans. His defender will kind of clap on him. See what Deans wants to do. Over to Burrell. Burrell will back out. Back over to Barnes. Barnes will look to drive. He'll put it up. No good. Oh, and then he tried for the tie-up underneath, and it's a jump ball. So quickly, as we saw earlier, a big man thinking that he's just going to get the rebound, and then you touch it. And now the possession's going to stay Lawton High's ball.
Again, what was impressive about that is Barnes forced the jump ball from his knees.
See what Champ Brewer is going to do. He comes off the bench. He is a high-shooting three-point artist.
And they need it. They're shooting.
Not really having the opportunity as Deans will look. Back up top, now we got Young in the ball game. So both Brewer and Young come in. Coach going to his bench. He's got decent bench players. Little stutter step back up. Oh, the bank is open. It's good for two.
He's fouled. That's one-on-one there, meaning by one. Number one for Lawton High, Avery Young made that. Yep. And then Bruner, Ricky, there's the thirds, by the way, on East Central. Ricky Bruner, the third, gets called for the foul, also number one. I got to say, though, the shot selection for Lawton High is not great. They're forced there to get fouled and bank it in.
So the bucket will count. Then the other extra. Why not let Trey cut it? 3-ball opportunity to make a 6-4 Wolverine run with just a couple of buckets. And that's all we have to show for in this first quarter. Very low scoring for both teams. Almost try to get the steal, and he puts it back for the deuce.
David Douglas, only a freshman, showing nice touch for East Central from the free throw line.
So all tied up. Deans with a remarkable one-handed grab after he loses it. Burrell for the 3-ball. Look, no good, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Wolverines, so East Central will have possession, and they'll press, putting the pressure. Lawton High used to a very physical defense as well. 6-6 ball game, all tied up with 2:18 left to go here in quarter one.
Got Vasagode on the ball.
Outside look. Working that ball around to try to get under center underneath. And, boy, they took that little bit of pressure, and the loose ball is picked up. Wolverines get it. Deans flash out to Burrell. Burrell looking for numbers. And it gets still, they're going to say a whistle on the floor. So I know that Burrell is going to be the third team foul for East Central, but 1:51 remaining here in quarter one.
Well, both teams have been just wild at times.
Yeah, just kind of throwing things up, that just not really kind of setting their offensive set the way they want.
Let's see which team settles down first. Lawton High trying to run some set here.
Brewer with a step back, no good. There's a loose ball, but man, it's picked up by East Central into the hands of Douglas. Douglas will hand off to Jackson. And back over to Bruner, the third. He'll go pass outside 3-ball, outside corner, hits that. So Thomas connects, and they take the lead 9-6. Raining threes, you can live and die by them. Little stop after the penetration, it's off. The lid is kind of closed as Young misses on a Lawton High basket. Outside corner. 3-ball from this side, no good. Panay Vasagote with the rebound. He'll give it over to Deans, and he'll call Coach Smith, just calm down a little bit. Trying to calm his players' nerves a little bit. I think they got a little bit of the first-time quarterfinal jitters. Making it to state. Got to credit East Central's defense. Panay Vasagote for a 3-ball. The other side, no good. Rims out. Champ Brewer with the rebound. Put back up. Bounces once, twice, and then gets the roll in.
That was a tough angle for Champ Brewer. He's left-handed, and he's going towards the baseline and just got a very friendly roll.
24 seconds remain, 9-8. East Central with a 1-point lead. Play for the last shot. Dribbles behind, tried to get past Panay. Did, but then backed out with 10 seconds. Now he'll look to drive. Panay on the guard. Loses the opportunity. A backwards layup, no good. 2 seconds have to go. Half court for Deans. Deans puts it up and no good. So it's 9-8 after one. Lawton High trails by 1 point. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
4D Landscaping and Irrigation has been providing top-rated professional landscape and irrigation services for the past 25 years. They take your vision for that perfect landscaping project for your home, new construction, or business and make it a reality with their easy financing options. You'll want to make sure to ask them about their seasonal services too. 4D Landscaping and Irrigation. Call 510-9983.
All right, so welcome into the second quarter. So Brewer almost comes up with a steal. East Central. Boy, these are two fast teams. Hits that one out, no good. Rebounded by the Wolverines. Coming back down. He's not going to even wait. Goes coast to coast. Little floater up. No good. Panay with a putback up is good for two.
It's important that Panay Basagote gets that basket just to, get him to see the ball go back in after he made a spectacular dunk early in the game. He's been quiet.
We got a call here.
On Deans.
Deans are going to be called with one.
Now Coach Chavis Smith keeps his big two in. And is rotating in other players.
So inbounds underneath. East Central kind of loses that momentarily, comes back with a big man, puts up off the glass. Just soft touch for two is good. And Adams just shows his dominance on the floor.
He's had a couple baskets.
And they regain the lead by one. 11-10, East Central on a run, and then it is Deans caught with the rejection at the basket. He goes coast to coast up. He misses. So Deans flying acrobatic, did a great defense, try to come down the other side of the floor and comes up empty.
I mean, he's just attacking so hard with such ferocity, but he's just not focusing on making the shot.
Right.
That's one he should have had. Again, the feeling is he's just too amped up at the moment. By the interesting player, this Adams for East Central. He shot a couple threes that weren't even close. Let's see if he keeps doing that.
Oh, wow. He hit the three right there.
Fortunately, a foul wasn't called. That could have been a 4-point opportunity for East Central.
Drains that, and so now we got an offensive coming down the other way. So Avi Young's going to be called with a foul, and that is going to be Lawton High second here in quarter number 2. Kind of settle things down here. Almost deflected. Gonna alley-oop, slam dunk. There it is. And Lawton High is used to doing that. Airmail delivery up top.
Well, East Central's handling the pressure for Lawton High very well. So once you break the pressure, you're going to find open guys on the backside.
Largest lead tonight is 6. Deans puts it in for a 3. So Deans comes up with the let Trey cut it 3 ball just in the nick of time. And Lawton High calls a timeout just down by 3, 16-13. I think it's a 30-second. We'll keep it here. But, I think you're right. Kind of, you get the nervousness of being in this gym for maybe the first time. You kind of settle down. You're kind of different atmosphere. How is it going to come out? What's it going to look like?
Yeah, well, again, maybe that's something Deans could build on. He's attacked the basket 2 or 3 times, couldn't score, but then he gets a three-point shot to roll in, which you rarely see.
Well, the other thing is, too, I remember how a slow start they had against Carl Albert, and they had that first quarter where they just couldn't find themselves, and Carl Albert kind of broke them out of running fast. Now they have a team that runs fast. They say, we'll run with you. If you want to run and gun, we'll do it. If you want to play L.A. Breaker fast basketball, we'll do it.
Yeah, and they still have had many transition opportunities, so I think at some point they can get comfortable and convert efficiently, and they'll start scoring some points here, but they don't want to lose sight of the fact that they still are a team that wants their defense to set up their offense.
All right, so East Central, after the Lawton High timeout and a 3-point contest, back to work. East Central, little floater up and in. Boy, just like Nash the third makes it look easy. And the lead is now 18-13. Nice inside Rucker. Oh, should have been a foul or a double dribble opportunity. Panay, and then the put back up. He saw the trail. Trail with the Adams was good to make it 20. And a run for East Central.
This is just too sloppy offense for Lawton High.
There it is. Deans hits a 3. And I'll let Trey cut it 3 ball.
Well, it's weird how he's making the threes and missing some of the layups. So we'll see if he keeps shooting threes now.
Why don't you let Trey cut it? They cut the lead to 4. Little alley-oop. Little floater inside the lane, no good. Nikhil Adams back with the rebound. Back over to Rucker. Rucker, fast break opportunity up. No good.
Boy, Rucker should just shoot that with his left hand or even with his right hand off the glass. And he tried to toss it over the rim at that angle. That's really tough. And again, that's just another example of Lawton High not being able to convert in transition when they should be.
Gonna dribble behind his back and then cross the timeline. Well, they don't really have an answer for a big man underneath, but, that was a little reflection. They saw it. They saw it was kind of an easy basket for him. Dean's 3 ball this side. No. Nothing but air on that side. Misses that. It's going to throw it out.
Oh, still live.
That's a live ball. Rucker puts it up, bounces once. Oh, my goodness. It was kind of put in by Young back over to Panay. Panay drives, little floater, put back up, and there's a foul on the way over from going to have a shoot 2 for Nikhil Adams.
Boy, Lawton High is really challenged right now at making anything in the paint. Maybe these free throw attempts for Vasagote will, again,
man, it's intimidating to have a 6'10" frame down there. You just don't see that much.
Well, that's true, but I don't think it's really him. I think they're getting good shots anyway. They're just not finishing.
Throw that down for the charity stripe. Let Trey cut it. The QR code there. You can scan that.
Demario Adams is a solid player, or Demario Adams, but he's not exactly a terror right now protecting the rim. I think, again, Lawton High, it's just a matter of settling down and taking the shots you can make, knowing when to use the backboard.
Got the first one, got the second. We talk about how important free throws are, and now it's a 1-bucket game. We're not quite halfway through this second quarter.
Vasagote's taking a seat. When he's out, Lawton High's definitely smaller. It's going to be important they get the defensive glass.
Alley-oop, there it is. So Adams, it's pretty easy to feed a man that tall.
Yeah, just going over the backside. He went over Deans there.
Brewer to Deans. Deans, little exchange back over to Young. Young with a little swim move around, rolls, a put back up, no good. Deans gets the rebound. There's a mad dash, a lot of hands up in there, and then a rejection. And then Avi Young is able to Barnes gets it back. So Barnes to Young. Young will step back for a 3. No. Hits the front of the rim. There's a tie-up and a jump ball is called. Both Deans and Brewer came in and grabbed the ball just as he was at the line. The ball will stay down here. East Central will have the ball. Or no, actually, Lawton High will have the ball in their possession arrow. As Young will look for a little bit of a bounce pass to Deans. Deans to Brewer. Brewer fakes the 3, readjusts, puts it up, and he misses. That's usually on his spot where he hits, and Deans gives a little clap on the back, say don't worry about it, but he had to readjust because the defense was there.
Just shocking that he airballed that.
That is.
And Lawton High's still committed to a full court press. They're going to get Vascote back in, it looks like. The problem is when they don't get an initial steal, East Central's been getting some easy baskets.
Yeah, that's the thing is with fast break. I mean, it's just so you really can't even settle down with it. I mean, the passes are going, they're driving so much faster to the basket to drive with it. We'll back out and regroup for Nash. Nash guarded against Brewer. Big man up underneath. Adams, he loses his balance and then a swim move around, and then he tossed that out, and it looks going to probably be a foul on Adams, right? No? No, Young. They're going to call Young on that.
It's definitely a defensive foul.
So 3:26 remain here in the second quarter. This Adams on this side of the floor and guarded sometimes by two. There's Bruner down underneath. Takes it long and hard, but then he almost put it on the ground and almost gets a steal, but back out to Bruner. He'll drive. He gets across the face of Deans inside the lane for the bucket to make it 24. 6-point lead. Try to reverse, and then the layup. That was a nice follow-through by Barnes. And Barnes, he's only 5'10", but he is not afraid of anything. He goes inside there, and you'll see him with rebounds and everything else like that, and that's his second opportunity to come there, and he'll go to the line.
They can't buy a 2-point basket, though, but at least they get to the foul line.
Of course, you can count on Trey, where appointments prevent disappointments. And the basketball sponsor for all this year gets the one to go, make it 19. It's an audio-only presentation of these broadcasts on the Oklahoma Sports Network. If you want to watch them, you can see them on the NFHS network. Shot up, rolls in and out. And Brewer went even to try to get there for the rebound and the shot. And now they're going to get called for Barnes on the attack. So Barnes goes against Bruner, and that's going to be his first, but it's going to be the team fourth. So
yeah, they got to be
put them in the bonus here.
Just got to be aware of that. Aware that you have 4 team fouls.
Brewer will come up with a double, and there's a throwaway. Getting the numbers on the outside, up off the glass, no good.
It's unbelievable. It's like Booker T in the third quarter a couple games ago.
But Panay gets it, though. Over to Deans, to Brewer. Brewer step back three. Let that go in. It does.
They can hit threes. Lawton High can make some threes, and that's keeping them in this game. They just can't hit a 2-point shot around the paint.
Makes it a 1-bucket lead, 24-22 with 2:15 left to go before the half. Lets that one sail. They miss the mark. Deans with the rebound. Opportunity to Burrell. Burrell slows it back up here on the near side. Back up to Deans. Top of the key. Young looked, drives, puts it up. No good, but a putback. Oh, and there's going to be a foul there. Going to shoot 2 as Burrell. I know that number 12 got upset about that is Dre Rhodes, the sophomore, at 6'6". So you got a 6'6" and a 6'10" player there. And I say earlier about the forest and the trees there.
Yeah, but a lot of times on defense, they look kind of flat-footed. So again, there's a chance to beat them for points here. The Lawton High, as much as they struggled shooting at times, they've had some reckless offensive possessions. They're a free throw away from tying this thing. Their defense has stiffened up the last 2 or 3 minutes.
It's the opportunity to try to tie this one up here at the Big House. Shot up and good, and does. We're all tied up at 24 apiece with less than 2 minutes to go here before the half. So it's Bruner. He'll play catch with Nash. Back to Bruner. Trying to eye that big play low post down below if they can get it, but they've drained some threes. Look for the low post. He's double teamed. Out for a 3 here on the near side. Back irons. Loose ball picked up. Oh, man. Deans had it, and then there was 2 of them fighting for it and went backwards and out of bounds. So you're going to give East Central the ball.
Just slipped out of his hands.
Yep. High energy on both sides. East Central with possession.
Nash with the ball now.
Little floater. Adams. Another little in the paint. Oh, that rolls in. So Nash.
Yeah, Greg Nash has a nice shooting touch.
So less than a minute. Going to play with 51 seconds remaining. Down to 42 seconds in Deans. Deans. Two defenders come up here. Panay Vasagote for a 3-ball. That rims out. Loose ball picked up by Brewer. Champ Brewer. Opportunity to Young. Young feed inside to Deans. Deans, a little stop and pop off the glass. That doesn't go in. Put back by Burrell is no good. Loose ball picked up by Young. Young still on the ball, has to throw that away. It's stolen. Adams trying to go. It's stripped away by Brewer. Put back out. Young, this is just back and forth. Ugliness of 12 seconds left to go. Back down to Burrell with 8 seconds left to go, and it will stay down here for Lawton's High's last shot. Wow. Timeout Lawton. Out of all that. The exchange of trying to just get something to go, but it's 30 seconds. The never say die Wolverines, even when they had that loss, they came up from behind and 2 or 3 guys trying to be on the defense.
Yeah, this is a good timeout by Coach Smith because, down 2, doesn't really matter. That's not so much that you're trailing, but it's that there's 7 8/10 of a second to go. You haven't really been using your timeouts, although they used one, so it's down to 3. So he wants to create or make sure they get a good shot here and not just throw up something wild.
Only got 7.8 seconds on the clock. Do something here. Set up a good play, but, I think if all the stuff that didn't go in the first half, if they will just get some of that in the second half, it'll be an exciting finish. We'll see. Games of streaks and how the hoop's been closed. Panay Vasagote for a 3-ball. Back iron's no good with 4 seconds left to go. Adams, cross court, got a wide open pass all alone at the bucket, and that's going to be no good. 26-24. They could not convert. It's a 1-bucket lead. Can you believe it at the half? We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Are you ready for a debit card? Well, this card is more than you may realize. It's a reward-earning, style-affirming, money-managing, do-it-all debit card, like a key to the world. It's the Pay Me debit card from Communication Federal. Our Pay Me account pays you real cash that adds up fast, earning rewards when you use your card. So get a free Pay Me debit card today. It's secure shopping and payment power online or in stores. Sounds like you're ready. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Your job can get dirty. You need a solution. At Waste Solutions, we offer front-end loaders, roll-off containers, and dumpsters for any job, large or small. Our services are for everybody, from small businesses to contractors to construction companies and everyone in between. We are a locally owned company, and we've been serving our community for 21 years. We love Southwest Oklahoma, and we take care of our own. Every dirty problem has a solution. We're Waste Solutions. Click or call today.
Arrow Sign Company has been serving Oklahoma and surrounding states for over 60 years. As a family-owned business, our focus has always been on driving people to your door, not just selling you a sign. From custom sign design and manufacturing to installation and service, Arrow Sign has the knowledge and experience to deliver the ideal sign for you while using materials of the highest quality to ensure that your sign will look great for years and years to come. We design and manufacture our signs for longevity, so you get the greatest return on investment possible. Arrow Sign Company, helping your business thrive since 1955.
Are you looking for more than just a job? Bar S Foods in Lawton offers a career with a competitive starting wage, opportunity for advancement, life and health insurance, including medical, dental, and vision, as well as 401k retirement plan. At Bar S, you can be proud of a company that gives back to the community. But most of all, you can take pride from making a quality product. Bar S Foods, making the best tasting hot dogs and smoked sausages. The food America likes to eat. So come be a part of a winning team and start your path to success today.
Goodbye, paperwork. Hello, convenience. Farewell, waiting. Hello, personal service. Catch you later, dreaming. Hello, planning. Buy your dream home, connect with a personal banker, and easily schedule an appointment with digital tools from Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits, hello possibilities.
Landmarks. They stand as symbols, reminding us of history and moments that shape our lives. We create our own landmarks. At Becker Raybon Funeral Home, we understand the importance of honoring these moments. Let our compassionate team help you celebrate the life and legacy of your loved one. Offering a range of services to honor the stories that matter most, we believe that every life leaves a mark that deserves to be cherished and remembered. Becker Raybon Funeral Home, honoring the landmarks of your life.
Welcome back to Jim Norick Arena. It's the last dance of the Big House because they are going to move into their new facilities, which is right next door. And 59, or this is the 60th year, with over 1,879 games played, over 205,000 points. Yeah, some of that data counted that. And then 434 different winning teams. And you have the Lawton Wolverines, who are now in contention for the first time in a long time to make state since 2009, and then make the semifinals, but they got to get a win over a big, fast East Central team. You say, man, where they come from with a 6'10 and a 6'6 player. They are 21-6 on the season, and they've shown up tonight. And the Lawton Wolverines kind of a little sketchy with their selection shots. So if you're Coach Smith, what are you telling the team right now?
Just settle down and know what type of shots you normally make, and just I know that East Central has a 6'10" guy, and he's a nice player, but he's not this great rim protector. I haven't seen that. It's not like they're getting their shots blocked. They're getting to the rim, and then they're just, I feel like they think they have to work so hard to get a good shot off that once they shoot it, they're shooting it blind. It's almost how it appears. Right. And thankfully they've made some free throws and some three-pointers to stay in this thing. But they just need to go up nice and easy on any type of two-point shot where they're attacking the goal. If they're at the right angle, use the backboard, and they'll be just fine. But obviously, you got to respect East Central. They've had a good season. They're 21-6, so they have good athletes. So you have to take this team seriously, which they are, but you have to score consistently, because I think East Central will go on a couple runs too this upcoming half.
All right, as we mentioned, this is an audio-only presentation, so some of you said, turn the camera around. I don't want to see you guys. I said, yeah, I get that. But You have to watch it on the NFHS network if you want to watch it. It's 26-24, East Central with a 1-bucket lead. We'll be back with second half action right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Comes Shaw, looks to inbounds.
Oh, he was wide open.
It's wide open for that. It expires, and that is it. Del City wins. I
saw it the whole time.
They snuck away, and they got their revenge. We'll put it back on the instant replay. Watch how he escapes, and nobody is back home. He makes the decision from up the top. He goes up and in, off the glass. Del City wins.
Hey, Deans picks up those dribble. Oh, my goodness! Oh, my goodness! It's Brewer putting up the three and getting hammered, and it hits the three. Ball game is over. The Lawton Wolverines win 46-43 over the Del City Eagles on the three-point shot of the four-point play by Champ Brewer with 3.3 seconds left. What a basketball game, folks.
Memorial Medical Group's orthopedic specialists are the most experienced team in Southwest Oklahoma. Our orthopedic surgeons are trained to diagnose and treat shoulder, knee, hip, hand, and foot conditions, as well as orthopedic trauma, sports, or work-related injuries. And they're the only ones in the area to offer Mako robotic-assisted surgery for knee and hip replacement. When you need bone and joint help, trust MMG Orthopedics to get you back to living your best life.
Whether you're buying or selling, today's real estate market is proving trickier than ever.
We've been doing this for over 22 years.
So if a problem does arise, you can trust us to solve it.
Let us use our years of experience to guide you to buy or sell your home.
Trust the team that's gotten it done with over 12,000 deals done in the last 22 years.
Always call our Payment Berries team.
We're not bragging, we're just applying for a job.
All right, so welcome back to Jim Norick Arena, the last dance of the Big House and the last game of our presentation of an all-day affair, which started at 9 o'clock this morning. The Del City Lady Girls come up empty with their bid to advance. Carl Albert Lady Titans with their win. Midwest City, unfortunately, will not go back-to-back state champions as they came up shy with their bid to advance, and they lost. But Del City turned around and beat Collinsville in their matchup. So now we've got a great one here. Start the third quarter. We'll put 8 on the board. And it's a 26-24 East Central lead, and they start with the ball right there at midcourt. Barnes comes way up here. It's like way up, nice little layup, easy pass. He went past his defender to get the deuce.
Ricky Bruner with a nice finish with his left hand. You know, East Central, they have finished pretty well around the basket. They've made some nice contested layups.
Switch on the other end of the floor, Deans to Panay. Panay back over to Deans. Deans top of the key over to Adams. Adams kind of shuffles around, and we'll get back up to Deans. A little soft touch up to Barnes. Dribbles between his leg, gets the pick by Rucker. Stop, put back three. Rims in and out, but Adams with the save throws it in, and Deans gets it somehow, and there's a tie-up and there's a foul on the floor.
What a save by Adams. There's actually two Adams. There's Nikhil Adams of Lawton High.
Yes, I know.
He's guarding Demario Adams. They're guarding each other.
So Panay will inbounds to Deans to Rucker, back to Panay. Panay bounce pass to Deans. Deans looks, goes around, and then up off the glass is too good.
Good idea, or good job there by Deans knowing what's a travel and what isn't, and he was able to step out like that and use the backboard really well.
Good athleticism, stops and pop on the other end. That's good.
Boy, David Douglas,
Douglas gets it. East Central.
Well, they got shot
up
makers.
by 4. I know.
Close to a turnover there, too. Because Lawton High almost went back court when they threw it back to Deans.
Deans will survey the defense. Back over to Young. Young will toss back over to Deans on the far end of the court. Looks for a little bit of help. He'll just a little fade away, puts it up, no good. So the shot selection was there. Defense was there, 2 defenders, but now East Central breaks that. Coming on the other end of the floor, fast break opportunity. This time Adams collides. So, it was kind of Adams on Adams. Demario Adams, the big 6'10", was just ready to put it back up, but Nikhil Adams from Lawton High said, no, maybe not that easy.
Greg Nash really likes looking for Adams, his Adams. That's Demario Adams on the alley-oop. He's done that a couple times.
So he's at the free throw stripe. Shot up. Back iron's no good.
Coach Smith for Lawton High, you may want to consider not pressing as much because it's not really causing much problems for Tulsa East Central. It's actually creating some scoring opportunities for them.
Let Trey cut it, yeah, so it's kind of hard to get out of that mode of what they're so used to with that press. Rucker will cross the timeline. He'll be up at the top of the symbol here at the Big House. Deans, he'll go one-on-one against Adams. Nice little delivery up and in, but no. Is trying to do a fast delivery to Barnes. Barnes wasn't able to connect. 3 ball coming up the other side. Missed this fine, and a little fight for it as Barnes.
Adams
gets over there, and Adams goes off of his hand. Rucker will check out, and Brewer will come in.
They're going to say it's off Lawton High, not to Mario Adams.
Yeah, we'll try to be a little bit clearer on which Adams, because like we said, we have the 6'10" Adams for East Central, and Nikhil Adams, the 6'2" senior for Lawton High. That was just too easy. A little Adams just in the center where you don't really have much you can do about that. Remember, Lawton High hit some key threes in the beginning to kind of narrow this up. Let's see if they go back to that. Deans, they'll get a new play call. What he wants. Panay will switch over with Barnes from the other end of the court. Now they got what they want. Panay. He'll have Brewer trail on the side. Brewer for a 3. Rims in and out. Loose ball, but look who's got it is Barnes. Barnes put back up, no good. Coming back to the other end of the floor, and here's the opportunity. Slam dunk, and a timeout is called. Lawton High will call timeout, a run for East Central. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Bank First is uniquely Oklahoman, deeply rooted in over 50 communities statewide. From those roots, our investment in education springs forth, helping to raise the Oklahoma leaders of tomorrow while providing financial strength to the business leaders of today. That's the kind of loyalty that helps entire communities thrive. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Want to take the stress out of your next remodel or building project? Comanche Home Center can deliver all the lumber, supplies, and tools right to you. When you're done, they'll pick up anything you don't use and give you credit towards your next project. Give Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
Here at Carpet One, we have a great selection of carpet, hardwood, vinyl, tile, laminate, and area rugs. With all this, you're sure to find exactly what you want for your home. Come browse our exclusive selection or give Carpet One at Comanche Home Center a call today for a free estimate.
All right, so back to action. As Deans, as Lawton High had to call timeout. Trying to go look. Aggressive style ball on this defense for East Central. Young, boy, he has to wait and float around. It's just unbalanced. You couldn't get any shots because there's a lot of hands around there, but we're going to go to the line shooting too.
Yeah, but he's still got a makeable shot.
Yeah.
But good job by Lawton High's Adams to stay with it. I believe that was him. Never mind, it was Champ Brewer.
Yeah, and Burrell will go to the line and shooting two. For the Let Trey Cut It three ball and charity stripe sponsor for this year. A little bit in the knees, you need all of these you can make, and that's really been the only thing that's really worked for them tonight is a little bit of this.
You know, East Central's an interesting team. They finished third in their district, but then they had to go on the road to Will Rogers for a regional championship, but they won by 15. And they only lost to Booker T by 2 points in the area championship. So they've had some impressive performances.
Yeah, this side is the best of the best right now. You know, you get what they have. When you have the final 8. Little bounce pass underneath, and I'll tell you what, that's going to be counting 2 as he goes baseline, and they don't want the slam dunks. They don't want the easy shots.
Again, the press is just not working. East Central's getting too many easy shots off.
They're just breaking it. Yeah, I know. Home Tech Solutions, providing you with the best heating and cooling maintenance and solutions for both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma for over 20 years of experience. Call for a free estimate today, 580-919-0328. Shot up and good. So they make the count the bucket and the three-point swing to make it now the largest lead by 10. 38-28, East Central with the lead. And he'll stall to wait to let the ball roll across the timeline with no defense to kind of keep as much time as they can. Panay tried for the 3, goes baseline, goes strong, rejected. Coming back down to the other end of the floor. Fast break opportunity up, and it's tapped away by Deans, blocked, and no goaltending. Got it up clean as Deans making the elevation, coming back the other way. Rucker back over to Panay. Panay over on that far side, back over to Young. Young looks to drive, goes around 2 defenders, and then a loose ball. They just cannot get those shots underneath. I mean, they're so used to moving around, there's too big of bodies down underneath it, and maybe some of those outside shots need to come.
Well, it's just drive and kick, but until you get a good shot. Avi Young was just throwing up a prayer there. I don't know. That's just some crazy shooting.
Rucker to Deans. Deans doing everything he can, gets stripped and stolen as he goes in the lane, and then he comes back with it with a behind-the-back steal.
Well, because East Central's going zone, now you're seeing their Adams, DeMario Adams, really become a presence protecting the rim.
So Rucker plays back and then into the hands. Opportunity as bodies have to get back after the steal. Barnes. A little stutter step looking way across pass to the other end of the court. Feeded down underneath. Tipped around, and then the big man is able to get it. Adams, and there's a tip ball, jump ball called. And the possession arrow going the other way. Still a 10-point ball game with 3:03 left to go here in the third in your Home Tech Solutions third quarter.
We haven't seen Panay Vasagote be very aggressive on offense.
And you know, Brewer's not hitting a 3 in Lightsome. Panay's not online. Been taken out pretty much defensively out of this so far. Trying to work their way through it. And the Wolverines come up with some kind of magic. Panay, Vasagote, barking out instructions. Burrell for a 3. He'll bank iron off the glass. No good. Loose ball picked up by East Central. Little bounce pass up, and then that's kind of rejected around as Panay Vasangote comes back over to Brewer, almost stolen by East Central. Outside corner, we're going to try for a three on this side. Hits the side of the glass. He's the only open man, and I don't think that's their shot selection.
I don't know if that's Burrell's shot.
It is not.
Yeah.
It's not. I think they're just kind of grasping for anything at this point, down by 10 with 2:12 left to go in the third. Little floater inside the paint is good.
It's the type of shot Bruner makes that Lawton High cannot, and really it's important against the zone right now that they only shoot threes by the players who are supposed to shoot. Like
Panay Vasangote for three, and he drains it. That's what you need.
Yeah, Vasangote, Deans, Barnes.
Right.
Those are the guys you want. Brewer. Don't need anyone else to shoot. Oh, saved it.
Panay's got a nice save. Back over. A backdoor layup is good by Avi Young to close the gap as the Wolverines have back-to-back points to show for it. East Central with a miss. Rebound Lawton High. Young. Step back three. Can he hit it? No. A putback up off the glass. Bounces once, twice, and then in for the Wolverines for Burrell. Now it's a 5-point contest. It was just 10 just a second ago. Minute left to go in the third. Goes strong to the hoop, and he'll be fouled on the way in. It's going to be by Burrell.
Of all the shots Lawton High's missed, that putback by Burrell while he's falling down, amazing. That's the shot they make.
So a 10-point game is now a 5-point game, but going to the line to shoot two is East Central. Shot up and good. Glad you could join us on this audio-only presentation, as everything from here on out for the rest of the way will be that way. Wednesday we'll be back here with Newcastle and Bethany in the 4A. We'll be at UConn for at least we know 2 games so far for the Oklahoma Sports Network for semifinals. Back iron's no good. Misses that. Panay over to Deans. Deans tries to strong arm it, and it's going to go out of bounds. He gets rejected with an all ball, but it goes out.
Deans is shooting shots in the paint where he's just not open. I mean, there's just someone right by him. He's got to find a way to get separation from these taller guys.
Nice little hook shot up inside. His Adams is starting to come alive now. 41-37 with 38 seconds left to go, and here comes the defense for the Wolverines. East Central tried to look for a putback three, no good. Did not try, kept it. Bounce pass over. Floater down below baseline. 3 defenders, has to put it up strong, no good. Rebounded by Deans. Coming down on this side of the floor. Oh, and there's a pick the pocket foul on the Cardinals against Jackson. That's going to be his first, team third. So 16 seconds left to go in it, and no matter how bad the Wolverines have played, still trying to chip away at this to stay in this.
Well, it's important they've been able to make this run. They haven't had to call any more timeouts because they're only down to 2. But they've started to figure some things out. Basically, they're just playing hard. They've been playing hard this whole time, but now they're starting to get some offensive rebounds and putbacks, which wasn't happening for much of this game.
Burr gives to Deans with 9 seconds left to go. Deans out to Panay. Panay for a 3 ball. Does not hit. Boy, they needed that in a big way. 3 seconds, down to 2. Have to put it up, air it off. It's slightly tipped by Deans. And 41-37 ends the third. We'll be back with the fourth and final right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At Firehouse Subs, a portion of every purchase helps provide life-saving equipment to first responders across the country. So at Firehouse Subs, we don't just make subs. We make subs that are big, bold, and craveable. We make our subs differently because our subs make a difference. Whether you order online or on our app, Firehouse Subs Rapid Rescue to Go will have your subs boxed, bagged, and ready for pickup. Firehouse Subs. Enjoy more subs. Save more lives.
Clothes nowadays are so expensive. And no matter how good a sale is, you still walk out spending hundreds on barely anything. Goodwill is the place to go. We have a wide variety of affordable clothing for all ages. To help you save, we have weekly specials from half off to 99-cent items. Make sure to check out our colors of the week before you start shopping to get more for less. Save at your local Goodwill today.
Well, welcome into your fourth and final period of this one. Quarterfinal action here on the Oklahoma Sports Network and your Home Tech Solutions. Fourth quarter, providing you with the best heating and cooling maintenance and solutions for both residential and commercial throughout Oklahoma with over 20 years of experience. Call for a free estimate today, 580-919-0328. We're whistled to start. Strap yourselves in for this one. East Central pretty much with the lead, had it at 10 points at one point. Panay Vasagote almost with a steal, got it rejected. Back to East Central for a three. Here they come. No good, and it's a out of bounds last touched by East Central.
So now Lawton High is forcing East Central to shoot shots that maybe they're not as comfortable with. And they're finally getting East Central to be in a shooting slump.
Can the Wolverines take advantage of it? They let the ball roll without starting the clock until it gets almost to midcourt with no pressure. Rucker will have it right at the center seal at the Big House. Just underway here in the fourth quarter. Jordan Ray and myself, Eric Sherem, with the call. Rucker with a step-back three. We've not seen him shoot much. But guess who? Young with the rebound underneath. Or no, Young.
Well,
back up to Champ Brewer.
Some ill-advised threes, but the offensive rebounding for Lawton High, they crash with ferocity.
Rucker to Deans. Deans to Young. Young with a bounce pass, and that's stolen. Trying to get over to Deans. He looks a little confused that they got that out. Pickpocket his back, and then there's a strip and steal coming back the other way into the hands of Champ Brewer.
Yeah, Avi Young. Smart
Panay, three, bank it. And that's it. A Panay Vasagote three ball to make it 40 in a one-point game. Alley-oop, and look at that. It is Vasagote with the rebound. Dean's up, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up. Off the glass for two is good. And they take the lead for the first time in a long time. And a timeout on the floor. 42-41. Wolverines shocking East Central at the moment. We got a long way to go. 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. What about that, huh?
What a sequence. And
yes.
Again, Lawton High is continuing to play with a lot of ferocity, but they're starting to hit some threes, and you saw that play by Deans. That's what I remember when first time I watched him play up close against Del City. He was just so relentless on the offensive glass and would go up with such strength and athleticism on the putback.
Yeah,
and
the hustle.
And you saw the way they took away that alley-oop pass that East Central was trying to throw to DeMario Adams. They're starting to get East Central to be uncomfortable. That alley-oop was thrown so high, it took so long to get there that Lawton High anticipated it well and deflected it. And so they're really adjusting more on defense as much as anything, and it's led to some good offense. And then, of course, but the other thing is Vasagote's hit a couple threes. And I think they were down 12 not too long ago, if I was not mistaken. That may have been the biggest lead for East Central. And similar to what Midwest City did to Booker T, but Midwest City kind of ran out of gas when they made their comeback 2 games ago. Can Lawton High still have some more in the gas tank?
So Bruner back over to Nash for East Central. Wolverines with a 1-point lead with 6:20 left to go. And Deans has saved that off of Adams, and it's going the other way.
I mean, that's the main thing. No one on East Central is playing as hard right now as Tavares Deans is.
Yeah.
And that's probably true for a couple other Lawton High players as well, like Avi Young.
Yeah, I mean, you get hats off. I mean, they're all just playing lights out with energy. Rucker back over to Brewer, Brewer to Deans. Deans, top of the key. He'll look back at a Rucker here to the near side. Back up with Young. Young back to Brewer. Brewer had to stop. He likes those threes, but he'll stop for a 2, and he'll take that.
That's the type of pull-up shot he can make. But that was not going in the first half.
So now, as we say, if we could trade those and get some of those, you've got yourself a ball game. 44-41, Wolverines with that slight lead with 5:37. They were down in double digits and have come storming back. Coming back on the other side for a 3-ball, no good. Rucker with the rebound. He'll cross the timeline. Looking for some help. Bounce pass to Panay, and it's going to go out of bounds, but it's going to stay on the side. So they anticipated that.
It's been a while since East Central's got a good look. That three-pointer, Basagote was right there, not an open shot. And again, the Lawton High is they don't have the defensive slip-ups that they may have been earlier in the game.
So Brewer gets the little trail, and then he gets that off to Rucker, back to Brewer. Brewer looks for the three, then backs over to Panay up at the top of the key, and they'll start new with 5:12. Coach Smith barking out instructions. Brewer to Deans. Deans hard up off the glass. No, but he gets his own rebound, puts it back off the glass for two.
No one can jump with him. And East Central's got good athletes, but they don't have anyone who can jump with Tavares Deans. It's pretty impressive.
Outside 3-ball on the way. Misses the mark. Deans with the rebound.
Who else?
Man, he is all over the floor. Panay for a 3. Looks, readjusts, puts it up, rattles in and out. Boy, that was looking good for just moments. 4:37 left to go.
Well, he hit his last two, so you understand why he shot that. You're going to give a little more wiggle room to a player like that.
Adams, for we say, and it's a steal coming by Brewer. Brewer looked to slow, and then he goes. Nice little move inside. Brewer puts it up and good for 2. And there's a timeout on the floor by East Central. What a move. A second, he takes it from one side to the next and up and in. And count it. And a full timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your health, you want and deserve the best. You want a hospital with the highest quality scores in the region and one that provides safe, excellent care. Southwestern Medical Center has been a part of this community for 115 years and has a history of delivering compassionate, skilled health care to Lawton and Fort Sill. Choose the hospital that has always put the health of this community first. Southwestern Medical Center. Be well. Live well. That's why we're here.
Get ready. It's time for the Billingsley Annual Gigantic Ford Sell-Off with the best prices of the year on all remaining 2024 models. 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and giant savings up to $10,000 on the 2024 new F-150 Platinum truck that out-tows, out-hauls any other truck in its class. Only at the Billingsley's Gigantic Sell-Off. Save thousands on all remaining new 2024 trucks in stock. Only at Billingsley Ford in Lawton, Duncan, and Altus.
Well, we're having fun at the Big House. The first time that Lawton High Wolverines have made it to state since 2009, and they're playing like they want it more. Now, we got a long ways to go because we're halfway through this fourth and final period. East Central looking for a payback up over Panay. Vasangote is good, and that kind of settles things down with the deuce.
Well, that was Adams of East Central. You know, at some point they're going to hit some shots. They went on their own shooting streak again. This is what we talk about with basketball, a game of runs.
Deans gets around his defender, leaves him on the dust, back up to Young at the top of the key. But he wasn't able to get it. He gets the pick from Deans, back out. Brewer wanted that 3. They will not let him get the 3, and they're trying to contest. That's too much. East Central with a try to pick the pocket look, and Douglas is going to get called with the foul. It's only going to be their second team foul.
It's not really Lawton High style to stay patient on offense. We'll see what they, as long as they don't have a bad turnover here. Don't try to do anything. Don't make a perimeter pass that East Central's trying to sneak up and get a steal on.
So Deans will milk a little bit of the clock before he engages. Then he'll drive. Made a little bit Howe back over to Young. Young will get a little bit of pick. He rolls left, back up top of the key. He'll get another one, splits 2 defenders. Back outside to Panay. Panay stutter step for a 3. He's kind of contested, goes baseline, puts it up, tries the slam, misses the opportunity. The ball comes out. Coming back the other way, East Central. A little Euro step in the lane and a block coming back the other way.
That amazing. He missed the dunk on one end and was able to chase that block or that shot down to block another. And
you just got to want it. The Wolverine faithful that have made the trip, for those who are watching on the Oklahoma Sports Network, yeah, we are biased with our OSN teams. Rucker out to Panay. Panay for a three. Let it go in. No. Rebound by Champ Brewer. Put back up by Rucker is good for two.
Just offensive rebounding. A huge, huge plus for Lawton High.
So the Wolverines are up 50-43. 2:25 left to go. East Central for a three ball and nails that. And a timeout is called by East Central. And that's what you do. You close the gap with threes. And it's 2:21 left to go. Full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Southwest Foot and Ankle Clinic has specialized in the medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle for the past 40 years. And they provide all treatments under one roof. From x-rays, radial pulse therapy treatment, to surgical treatments, all with one goal in mind, providing the highest quality medical care with good old-fashioned Oklahoma compassion. Call to set up an appointment today. Southwest Foot and Ankle, 580-357-8720.
Well, Deans is showing that he just kind of wants it more at this time. The senior with 1,200 career points, getting help from all the rest, from Rucker and then even Panay Vasagote, who's got 1,000 career points. So you can see how unselfish that they both are. And Young tossed back into Rucker. A little bit of press now from East Central. They called the timeout after hitting the three. 4-point ball game, wide open, all alone, put back off the glass for two for Young is good for the deuce.
Just slipped in an open spot of the basket. Good vision there for Lawton High.
Oh, trail all the way free to the lane. No one closed down, and Nash closes the gap at 52-48. Young, now they're going to play a lot of keep away to Deans. Deans gets stripped, and he'll get with the foul. That'll be the third team foul. There's no fouls for Lawton High this quarter.
That's amazing.
I know.
Greg Nash, by the way, for East Central, he's a really good player.
Rucker will inbounds from underneath his own goal. Bounce pass. Oh, it's rejected by the big man over to Vasagote, but it's stolen by Brewer. Brewer comes back the other way, dribbles between his legs, back over to Deans. Deans put back up off the glass for two is good.
Adams was right there, the 6'10 Adams for East Central, and Deans, did he draw a charge?
Charge! Coming back the other end of the defense, and Deans stood his ground.
I'm like, how did Adams not block that shot earlier? But again, Deans is so explosive.
6-point lead. The Wolverines were down by double digits at one point. Has found a groove now. Double team, strip the team is Deans. Back over to Young. Young goes strong and hard, and it's rejected. Loose ball picked up. Rucker. They're going to say a blocking foul against Rucker.
That's the second time we've seen Lawton High try to dunk the basketball. And
Yeah.
that one probably wasn't there. That's one where you only want to go in for a layup or a dunk if you're wide open.
Right. 1:16 remain. Winner advances to the semifinals on Thursday at UConn. From way downtown, NBA style, no good. Rebounded by Panay. Now they can really slow it down with minute 7 left to go. They try to get a foul right there. It's stolen as Young, coming back the other way, splits the defenders up off the glass for two is good. And a timeout on the floor.
That David Douglas, good-looking freshman for East Central, made a shot off the backboard going straight on, and that was a big steal and score for East Central. They are still hanging in there.
Wow, I'll tell you what, I guess it's a full. So we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
heart of Oklahoma, where your home isn't just a place, it's your peace. At Century Roofing, we understand the importance of protecting your peace. We're experts in roofing technology, techniques, and customer service because we care about Oklahoma and we care about you. At Century Roofing, we combine quality craftsmanship and exceptional service because your home deserves the best. Century Roofing, staying on guard for Oklahoma.
All right, so back to action in the final minute to win it. 54-50, Wolverines with the lead. Champ Brewer, boy, he looked to eye for the three, but he backed away. With that 4-point lead, just play keep away and then get to the line. That's what they'll do. And now they're going to say a foul. Bruner's going to pick up his fourth. It's only the team fourth, so they had one to give. Next, they'll put the Wolverines in the line with 37 seconds left to go.
East Central needs to try to deny this pass, get a steal off the inbounds, but they left Brewer open, but it was a kick ball. That saved an easy pass to Brewer. Probably someone Lawton High wants to shoot free throws too.
Up by 4 with the ball. Young with it. He'll drive, kick back out. He didn't take the layup, back over to Brewer. Brewer, we're going to tie it up, and they're going to say they'll foul him and go to the line. So that was wise. I mean, what they're used to doing is taking shots or layups, and they say time is better than the score. And then now you put it, for these critical two. Grady Brewer is his father, winner of the Contender, a boxer from Lawton High, and banks the one. So the young Brewer hits the important free throw to go up by 5 with 28 seconds left to go. Second shot coming up.
Either way, if this goes in or out, Lawton High needs to defend the three-point line really well. And if it goes in, so now you definitely need to defend the three-point line.
6-point lead with 28 seconds. Look for the three. Oh, that's outside. I thought that was a walk. 3 ball hits. And just like that, that's why you do it.
Tough break. I definitely thought that was a travel. But now, again, it's just a matter of can East Central get a stop here?
We'll keep it here.
Okay. Was this their last timeout? They show one. There it's taken off. No more timeouts for East Central.
Okay, so now
So what happened?
You're just going to play keep away. No steals, though. That's the important thing, and that's what they're going to talk about is trying to get a steal from the inbounds, with the timeout.
Well, if you're Lawton High, you need to if go over a few things. If you turn the ball over by some unfortunate reason for them, you have to guard the three-point line. Let East Central get an easy two if they want it. And one reason why you can let a lot of time run because East Central cannot stop the clock with a timeout. And so don't just overplay the three-point shot. If East Central wants to get a quick two off a turnover, fine. And same thing goes if Lawton High is able to do what they need, which is not turn the ball over, get fouled, and make at least one free throw. Same thing there. If East Central makes any type of shot, 2 or 3, let the clock run as much as you can, about a little under 10 seconds, and you can call a timeout. Lawton High has one timeout, so that would be a good way to use it there.
Well, a very important inbounds with no steal, and they're going to put the biggest man underneath Rucker. Bounce pass over to Young. Young, and boy, there's a foul. It was luckily he almost lost it as he was having to backpedal.
All right, well, this is where you probably, if you're Lawton High, you appreciate that it's not a 1-and-1.
Yes.
You just want one here. I mean, you want both, really, because you never know what can happen after that, but you want at least one. And you're in really good shape because, again, no matter what East Central does, unless they get fouled, that's the big thing, too.
Yeah.
You don't want to foul.
So Avi Young's going to go to the shooting to scan the QR code. Book your next appointment with Trey Cutt. Why haven't you let Trey Cutt, where appointments prevent disappointments? Couple of bounces, up and in. Crucial for Young, and they have spent so much time after practice with free throws. And I was doing an interview with them, and I said, man, you're going to need all of those. And one of the assistant coaches looked back and said, yeah, every single one of them. I said, yeah.
They have tonight.
And that's what you need, and that's what kept them in the first half, closing in on the gap.
And assuming they move on, if they play El Reno or Tulsa Memorial, they'll need them in that game.
Gets them both. 58-53, the final 19 seconds. Avi Young had some both. Wolverine still playing on the defense, going up and in off the glass for
Let
two.
It go. They're clouding with a foul. That's the worst thing that could happen for Lawton High. And Vasicode was just 2 under the basket, but he really should not have tried to draw that charge.
Just let him have it.
Invite the make, and just let the ball hit the ground. And this is the foul stops the clock in a situation where Lawton High could have run clock. That is
so they count the bucket,
sequence.
And that's why those key free throws down here were huge.
Yeah, so if you're East Central, you can't really diagram anything here.
13 seconds, and they do not have any timeouts. We're talking about East Central. They are out. Lawton High still had 2.
I don't think they'll miss a free throw, and try to rebound it, but you never know.
At the shot up, no good. Loose ball picked up by Deans. Deans, and there's going to be a fight for it there with 10 seconds. So they took 3 seconds off the clock. They fouled Deans. Deans, the senior with 1,200 career points, will go to the line shooting 2. And I see the Wolverine flags that are posted. Remember, this team has not made state since 2009. And when they did, they were bumped in the first round. So I have to go back historically to find out from the Lawton High faithful the last time they ever went to a semifinals. Your senior, Deans, at the line to shoot 2.
If he makes one, I'm going to go down. All right.
First shot is good. Second shot's going to be coming up as Jordan Ray will try to get a quick interview from Coach Smith. Makes this one. Deans, cool as a cucumber, at the line, up and in. 5-point lead with 10 seconds left to go. They were down by double digits. They're going to let that go for an easy layup with 3 seconds, down to 2. They're going to put it in, and that's going to be it. The Wolverines storm the crowd and the field and the court. The Lawton High Wolverines are moving on. Area champions. First time since 2009. They come down. Comeback of the year for them and this game to go to semifinals. What an exciting finish. Of course, we'll have some final comments from Coach here in a minute. But I'm speechless because, what they were able to accomplish this year. The Wolverines are going to play Thursday up in Yukon. They got to wait for these other 2 contests to find their winners. And I know East Central, the players that are crushed over there on that end. I'm looking for Mr. Jordan Ray, if I can get Jordan. Jordan, if you can hear me. There it is. I see it.
Testing.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we're just waiting on Coach Smith. Hey, Coach.
So we're going to get some players out to the next ball game to come out.
All right, Coach Smith. What happened after your team got down 12 late in the third quarter?
We had to shake down the nerves, man. The first time guys being in this element, being in this environment, playing this type of game. So you knew we had to get through that first part, which was ourselves. We was our worst enemy in that moment.
And what can you say about the play of your seniors in that game, particularly Tavares Deans?
Man, gamer, winner, competitor. Love that kid to death, man. But shout out to my assistant coaches, man, for keeping the guys calm and getting the guys ready to play.
And what do you think was the difference with your guys on defense?
Man, we talked, man, our communication. We started actually rotating the way we rotate. Again, it was our nerves fighting against us, So once we started playing free and started playing loose, then we started actually playing our game.
All right, I know you're going to watch this next game with a lot of interest, so enjoy, and we look forward to seeing you guys in action on Thursday.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Panay, this game, it was a tough one. What made it so challenging for you guys?
We never been here before, so just getting used to the environment, getting used to being in the arena, just trying to stay together and calming down, just enjoying the moment.
What was the difference after you guys were down 12 in the third quarter?
We just came together, we've been in these situations before. We always been down last year, so we know how to come back from these moments, being solid, and leaning on each other.
Okay, the three-point shooting you got going, that's kind of what helped you guys change that momentum, was those 2 threes in the second half. What can you say about that?
Being able to trust the kick out, being able to trust our jump shot. We work on shooting the ball every day and leaning on the one more kick out. So, letting God's plan and letting it fly.
All right, what do you think about this next game, your next opponent? Tulsa Memorial or El Reno?
It's going to be a good game.
You already played Tulsa Memorial before.
Depending on how Tulsa Memorial play, if they playing speed-up basketball and not letting El Reno win, I got Tulsa Memorial. But if El Reno's running their six, getting to the big, I got El Reno.
Okay, it'll be a tough one, but you get to enjoy watching, knowing you're going to play another day. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Have a blessed one.
All right, Eric, real quick. Just an interesting note here, and I'm looking at the stats, but I was going to tell you something anyway, and that is, first of all, for Lawton, 14 rebounds for Tavares Deans.
Wow.
16 points. His shooting wasn't there early on, but he got it going. He definitely fixed it for sure. And it's interesting, by the way, they're going to play in Yukon, because I do remember one of the last times that Lawton High played for state, it was at Yukon High School in 2020.
Wow.
At 6A, they were the number 1 overall seed in the West, and they lost to Edmond Memorial and then Southmore in back-to-back nights and didn't get to state. So now they're going to go back to Yukon, and hopefully, different players completely, but different coaches and all that, but that's interesting that they're going to go back to Yukon.
Avenge that up. Yeah, I appreciate that. All right, so Jordan Ray, and thank you for joining us. 60-57, the Lawton High Wolverines, first time since 2009, come back and get the win at quarterfinals to advance to the semifinals for this audio-only presentation. We'll do the same thing on Thursday. We'll be back for Thursday semifinals with the Lawton High Wolverines on your OSN Lawton High channel. You've been watching, for Jordan Ray, Eric Sherm, you've been watching and listening to a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network. Bidding you a pleasant good evening.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.